Research Head, Varinder Bansal, who comes out and tells you a lot of the companies that have stood out in terms of outstanding quarterly performance. And today he's picked out a couple of them. Varinder, go ahead.
Well, the first company is clearly Dalmia Bharat Sugar, a net profit of nearly 17 crores compared to a loss of nearly 17 crores. Total income also improving by nearly 10%, and which is a key positive for the company. The EBITDA for the company was up 7 times, and the EBITDA margins reported was 15.2% compared to only 2% for this company. The sugar EBIT loss has been coming down for this company. The power segment EBIT improved from 38 crores to 45.5 crores. Clearly good set of numbers. The second company, a small cap company, which is Nitta Gelatin. For viewers who don't know, actually it's a subsidiary of Japan-based Nitta Gelatin, who holds 42% stake, and Kerala State Industrial Development Corporation, who is the co-promoter, holding 31.5% stake. Look at the numbers. Profit of 7.5 crores compared to a loss of 24 lakh. Total income up by 10%. In this result season, I'm basically focused on the companies where the sales are increasing, because that has been a key deterrent, in some of the companies which haven't reported increase in sales. EBITDA for this company was up 168% at 13.1 crore, and the margins improved from 5.7% to as high as 13.9%. Look at the export segment EBIT, that improved from 4.5 crores to 12.2 crores. Lata and Sonia, 9-month profit for this company is 12.5 crores compared to only 2.5 crores year on year. In FY15, this company did a profit of 5 crores. So FY15, the entire profit was only 5 crores. And in the 9-month alone, they have done a profit of 12.5 crores, which is nearly 2.5 times of what they did in FY15 alone. The 9-month EPS is nearly 13.5 rupees for this company. So clearly great set of numbers from this company.
Yeah, I just finally fished out. It was Purinju Veliath who gave Nitta Gelatin as a buy on our channel on May 4th. So, well, obviously it's done extremely well in terms of numbers. But Sajeev Menon, the managing director of Nitta Gelatin, has also joined us on the phone line from Kerala. Morning, Mr. Menon. This is clearly very good performance. Can you give us an idea of whether you'll be able to maintain this kind of a run rate in terms of EBITDA?
Well, I'll talk more about what's happened until now and try to refrain from getting into forward-looking statements. But nevertheless, see, our industry has been going through a very tough time because globally, raw material costs have been coming down, and that has been forcing end product prices to be coming down. Whereas in India, we are seeing the reverse in terms of the raw material costs. I mean, the primary raw material of ours, the cost has been kind of galloping. But with the global prices of the end product coming down, we have had pricing pressure. So we are in a situation where the raw material prices are going up and the end product pricing is under pressure. Now, what's been of help is that we have kind of launched a relentless drive on cost efficiencies, on both variable costs and fixed costs. And that has given us rich dividends. I mean, we have been able to control costs substantially. And I think year to date, last year versus this year, we have saved close to about 7 crores by way of costs. Then, of course, we have substantial foreign exchange earnings because we have exports to countries across the globe, and the favorable foreign exchange, the rupee-dollar rate has also been of help. So as far as the future is concerned, I can only tell you that we will continue our pursuit of cost efficiencies. Our effort is to make sure that we are the lowest cost producer of gelatin anywhere in India.
So, Mr. Menon, just to take that point forward, because of your cost efficiency drive, your margins have gone to almost 14%, which is quite commendable. Do you think this is the best margins that the company can deliver, or in the next couple of fiscals, we can expect the margins to move up further?
Well, I'm not commenting specifically about the next quarter or so, but there is a lot of room for improvement. Certainly, we can improve our efficiencies further because we have in our promoter, Nitta Gelatin Japan, a very strong technology partner, and they have been working very closely with us in driving some of the technology efficiencies. And we on our part have been driving a whole lot of other efficiencies, including commercial and so on.
So you mean this 13 crore EBITDA can be bettered in coming quarters?
Well, I'm only saying that there is considerable room for improvement even at this level.
Okay, and slipping into the red at least is unlikely. We saw some of that last year.
Well, the good news for us is that, we have a subsidiary company called Reva Proteins Limited, which is based in Ankleshwar in Gujarat. And that unit has been struggling because one of the requirements for that unit to be working to capacity is a marine discharge pipeline for discharging our treated effluent. And that has been delayed for about 5 years. So we have not been able to run the plant at capacity. Now, the pipeline is very close to completion. We are told that
All right, we'll have to leave it at that, Mr. Menon. Thanks for joining us. Those are Bajaj's total sales numbers that have come in on your screen. 2.93 lakh units is what they've done in terms of total sales. Let me quickly pull out what the versus figures is for Bajaj. Remember, last month they did about 2.89. So on a month-on-month basis, it's a slight improvement, nothing much really. 2.89 lakhs is what they did last month, and 2.93 lakh units is what they did in this particular month. Now, it's lower than street expectation.